If you're a fan of Fuzz, I have a new pedal for you to check out. It's the RhPf Electronics Mosrawr Fuzz. Let's dive in. Welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily and your eyes are especially beautiful today. RhPf Electronics is sponsoring this video, but thoughts and opinions are all mine. Ears are all yours though. Mosrawr is described as a Velcro fuzz built for those who like to drown in sound. It's a collaboration between RhPf Electronics, loopy demos who shaped the sonic vision, and sketchy pedals who did the artwork. We'll have to hit on the controls before we get into the sound portion, so I'll try to run through them relatively quickly, but they're all very interactive. Low boosts the low end mass and body, high brightens the texture, and Roar, that's the first of the more interactive ones, controls the amount of distortion, but that isn't really all it does. Bite, according to the manual, shapes the growl and focus of the gain core. I had questions about that, so I asked Tomas from RhPf Electronics about it, and he explained it to me this way, and this is largely going to be a direct quote from him. Sonically, Bite lives in the mids territory, but it isn't really a mids, boost, / cut in a traditional way. Instead, it sits between two gain stages, shaping how they interact rather than just shaping the frequency response after the fact. The drive, aka RhPf control, is a dual pot that adjusts the gain of both of those stages at the same time, and Bite changes what those stages are being fed. So as you turn up Bite, you're pushing more mid content and energy into the second stage. That changes how it compresses, where it starts to clip, and which harmonics become dominant. So instead of just, quote, more mids, you get a shift in texture. And lastly, level controls the volume. So let's hear this thing. For the amp, I'm using the Benson Chimera plugin from Mixwave. It's running pretty dirty and has the Tall Bird reverb engaged. My guitar is this parts guitar I put together, but the most important thing is that it has Seymour Duncan's Hot Jazz Master silencers installed. Later on, I may also use the Catalan Bread Soft Focus reverb because this and that are both shoegaze inspired pedals. Let's get into it. Here is my unaffected tone. I don't really want to call it clean. And with everything in the middle. That's already super sticky. It's a great Velcro fuzz sound, excellent texture. So we'll go ahead and we'll dig into the high and low knobs because and by the way, I personally think these are most apparent with rhythm and chords. Now let's send our EQ back to noon and try it with the Bite maxed. What we should hear is a tighter attack, more presence, more edge, and I should experience a different feel under my fingers, which is hard to convey in a demo. listen, I love that in general, but I especially love it for leads. It's just that extra tightness really benefits that style of playing, I personally think. Now we'll turn the bite back down, but we're not going to go all the way to 0. We're going to turn that to about 9. What we're hearing now is a looser, thicker tone, rounder feel. So loose, in fact, that it doesn't really work with all the intricacies of a chord. But it's still a really cool tone and feel. You can really hear the difference in, so especially in the leads, how it's starting to feel really starved, because from my understanding, and this is just what Tomas told me, it's because we're not really pushing those leads. You can really hear it in the differences in these notes. Like, how about this one from Divine Hammer by the Breeders? So what you heard is as I moved up the fretboard, it got super starved. I kind of like this tone a little bit less for leads, at least higher up. It's probably really cool for riffing down the lower on the fretboard, but it's really cool for those big chords and the Always song Belinda Says. There's no need for sustain there because of all the strumming, and even though I feel like you can hear, you can't hear the each individual note in the chord as well, it's still really cool. Anyway, let's hear that interact now with RhPf, the drive control. So if I turn that down and leave bite where it is, we're going to get an extremely gated signal. And remember, these are the hot Jazzmaster silencers. You can drive this with more overall input, for more ultimate output by engaging a boost, or I could do my series switch. But we might as well turn the bite up a bit because that's what it does. Anyway, I'll keep on turning up that bite. And I'll slowly turn up the drive/roar to match the bite. that both are cranked, that sounds sick, but let's turn down the bite with the drive RhPf cranked to hear how it sounds. That sounds pretty sick too. That's got, again, a really good texture, but a little bit looser and not quite as like focused of an attack. Man, if you don't like Always, you're not liking this demo at all, but it's a great song. You might have noticed I tried turning back the volume on my guitar a little bit on the neck pickup because I have 2 independent volume controls on this guitar, so you get to hear that as well. Personally, my favorite spot for both bite and roar is just under 3 o'clock for both, so let's move both controls to there. And then check out the high and low controls because I know I haven't hit them very much in this demo. I think they sound great at noon, so the temptation wasn't really there. I like those at about 1:30. This, what I have going on right now, is actually my favorite setting for this pedal, but I want to do one more thing. I'm going to plug in the Cattle & Bread's Soft Focus, that's a reverb, and I'm going to put it in front of the Mosrawr because that's just fun. You can probably see it, but in case you can't, on the Soft Focus, I have the first 2 controls, Synth and Mod, cranked. I have Verb most of the way up, and I have Mix in the middle. And here's how it sounds. Well, that was a quick look at the Mosrawr Velcro Fuzz by RhPf Electronics. If you liked this pedal, hit up the link in the video description. If you liked this video, check out the other ones on the screen, which YouTube has chosen just for you. Thanks for watching, thanks for understanding. Until next time, my name is Emily. Goodbye.